Hey, I'm actor Chris Bartlett from The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you're watching Virtual Cantina Network.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hello there. Welcome to another episode of the Virtual Cantina Watch-Along as we are in the Summer of Snips. As you can see it there. As we are preparing for the live-action Ahsoka show coming live on Disney Plus on the 23rd of August, but debuting with us on a watch-along on the 24th of August. So we have things to look forward to. I'm Spencer, I'm one of your hosts for the evening, and we're being tag-teamed on the con tonight. First and foremost, Senor Jefe, how are you, Jeff?
Good. Glad
And
to
then
see this
we got
monstrosity again.
And we got Dave. Dave's on the other comm. How are you, sir?
Hello there.
So as I mentioned, I'm excited because I have never watched this ever. So this is going to be a live.
That still just baffles me that you have not seen this.
I saw it in the theater. I even bought a T-shirt before it came out from StarWars.com that has like a clone trooper and the date for the movie release, which was of all times August. And
Sure.
Now, I don't think I saw it in theaters. I think I saw it. I don't even think I saw it as a movie the first time. I think I saw it chopped up into episodes. They did that, didn't they? Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not sure, but essentially you could do that. It's like 3 or 4 episodes long.
But very excited about it. Very excited about everything we're doing. Mark and Ashley had an incredible show this past Monday night, and Monday nights, of course, is Rebels Revisited, and they will be doing some more watch-alongs for the Summer of Snips. But we got a lot of great programming this month going on, especially this week. Dave, do you want to talk a little bit about the programming going on at least this week on the VCN?
Well, all sorts of stuff coming up is VCN this Sunday. We have another episode of the Jedi Archives. They are continuing some of the stuff. It's not Summer Snips for them yet. They're wrapping up some of the High Republic comics, and they are discussing High Republic The Blade. I think issue 4 this week. And then in a couple of weeks, they're going to wrap up High Republic Volume 2, all the rest of the episodes that they haven't done, so they can get into Summer of Snips. And of course, we have watch-alongs coming up Monday for Rebels Revisited, and this week is Daughters is back on this week, isn't it? Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So big week, lots of stuff going on.
Yes, lots of great stuff going on in the VCN. Gearing up towards big time con season. I know I'm going to Contropolis in Massachusetts on Saturday, seeing a number of our VCN family over there. And then next month over in Raleigh is GalaxyCon. And the same weekend, I'm going to Terrificon in Mohegan. Anything going on in next? If some of our family members were not going to be there, I probably found a way.
No, I'm just saying that I am going boo that they put 2 great cons on the same weekend. Because if Terrificon and GalaxyCon were not the same weekend, I would love to attend both because they're great guests in both places.
Right. Anything in next month going on for you, Jeff?
Well, Comic-Con's in about a month in San Diego, so I'll be connecting with Mark Von Olen during that weekend, and we had thought about doing some sort of meetup, so we'll see if we can do that. If anybody's going to be at that con, which is a huge monstrosity of a con, the grandfather of all cons, we'll put out a little bit of info once we get to the point of getting closer to the event. And if you're interested, come by and hang out with us. But always look for Mark in his booth at the Duo Nuevo booth.
Go try on every helmet in the booth. Every helmet.
Yeah, so that you can
At the
spend
same
quite a
time.
bit of time in there. Well, no, not at the same time. That would be difficult.
But also look for meetups going on at several cons as well. I know that I'll set up something for Terrificon. It won't probably be as big as we've done in the past, just because I have some business to take care of that night. But Dave will probably with April and Dave Lewis, I'll do a meetup and Skip.
I was talking with Skip about that tonight. Is we were on the phone discussing setting up a meetup for GalaxyCon. So yes, absolutely, we will be doing that.
And then we have the meetups for Superhero Con down in Texas being run by Matt Freds, as well as I'm running one for Boston. And our second largest meetup next to Celebration, Rhode Island, which is always a really, really good one. Always some great Star Wars guests. We usually get some surprises showing up to meet up and hang out with us from there. But, please, join us at all the cons. Let's get snippy. We call it snippy long.
I see what you did there.
Yes. But I also want to give a shout out to Ashley, who is going to be vending at not only Terrificon and Fan Expo Boss, but now Grad State. So if you're up in New Hampshire, she's taking some great shows. Take a look out there. We'll have some virtual Cantina meetups. Maybe the Terrificon meetup, we'll do it at Ashley's booth.
Ooh.
That's an idea.
Aha.
And say, while you're here, go buy some good Rebels art. I like it a lot.
I think that's a good plan.
I think I'm going to make that one so. Just because.
I want
a couple other announcements is that we
might want to double check with Ashley before you make that so.
Oh yeah. But anywho, our great virtual Cantina baseball jerseys are on sale right now. Should you charge admission? Well, you figure that out. Are on sale currently right now. You can get a light side and dark side for $150 US, which is great. You get your own name on it, and you also can get a number on there and free US shipping. We are taking orders until the end of next month. So if you're interested, take a look at that. Also, some really great items up on our TeePublic store. What is the URL for the TeePublic?
Oh, the TeePublic is right there.
There you go. And yes, happy Pride Month. We got some great shirts there, including our Wookiee Pride Day shirt and our Rebels Pride, and some OG and new logos for the virtual Cantina. Take a look at that. There's some great deals going on right now. Also want to give a shout out to a member, Aaron Waldron, who has an incredible Purgle shirt that says Admiral Darby Wales here.
Admiral Darby Wales here.
Yes. So go check it out. Go support. We love all of our members here at the Virtual Cantina. We're very happy to be a member of all the groups and supportive of everybody. So, one love to everyone. But, a lot of exciting stuff going on. There was the indie premiere last night, which a number of our friends from the Skywalkers, Mike Celestino from Who's the Boss, Mitch, who is the promoter for Terrificon, was there yesterday. But not only was Karen Allen there, but Key was there.
Yeah, I heard Data crashed it.
You never know. It was great, but Uncle George showed up as well, who was on stage, and they also had a surprise with John Williams doing the Raiders March, which is
cool. That's pretty
awesome.
Yeah, well, the Dolby Theater can accommodate that quite easily, so that's very cool that they put that to use. So
very cool. So I'm very excited about that. And also this weekend, starting tonight, The Flash is in theaters. It's got some really good reviews. I'm excited about that. Obviously, I'm going because of Keaton, but that's the reason why a lot of us are going. It is a selling point. I'm actually going before the con this weekend. I'm literally going from the movie to the con. So excited about that. And just gearing up for a whole lot of good stuff. They did announce that the Edward Norton Hulk is going to be on Disney Plus at the end of the month.
Yay.
Well,
Those ones, that one and the one before it are very much iffy to me. So, although they are the originators of the current, Marvel universe.
I mean, you do have William Hurt and also Robert Downey Jr. in the extra scene.
Yeah, well, that was like the beginning of like let's put this scene in for the movie that people really want to see.
Right.
This will tease them and get them back. And
so we'll see. We'll get a lot of great stuff going on right now on Disney Plus. Obviously we have the indie movies up there right now, and I tried to watch Avatar: Way of Water, and I couldn't.
I did. I managed to get through it.
I've literally had no desire to go or currently to stay home and see that movie. I just don't know. I
fought through it and I couldn't even finish it. I would rather watch the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League than finish that movie.
40 or whatever it is. It's pretty long.
So yeah, I watched it. It's something you need to see once, especially since they've already said that they're gonna still be making those things through like 2030.
Yeah, they have 2 more to go to round out the quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy, I like that.
Trilogy.
Are you gonna trademark that?
Probably already done by like Gene Simmons or something weird.
Oh. Okay. So there's a lot, like I said, a lot of good stuff going on. We also have coming up in the next week or so, we have the gallery for Mandalorian Season 3, which I'm very, very much excited about. Dave, if you had a black cowboy hat, with your beard, you would look like Dave Filoni.
Please
hold.
Stand by.
Current cowboy hat station to the left.
Because that could be he would have to get a Ahsoka Lives t-shirt.
That's very much like a Filoni hat. Little cowboy-ier than Filoni's, but very similar.
You need an Ahsoka Lives t-shirt and you'll get set.
And we're on eBay.
Yes.
That might be my cosplay for GalaxyCon.
That's a good one.
Right there.
There you go. Well, aren't you also going as a one of the prisoners from Narnia 5?
I might do that. My original plan was going to be a Sergeant Slaughter cosplay, but Sarge so far is not announced. He's not going to be there, so probably won't do that one.
I have to get a second set of prisoner garb. Since I got my shirt signed, I need to make sure I have one I can wear.
But yeah, Ahsoka Liz.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make sure it's the same shirt he was wearing, though.
Like a jean jacket or something.
Sure.
Does he do that? I think I've seen him do that.
Hey, Blake, how are you, sir? And also, don't forget, we're also gearing up on July the 30th. I'll be doing a special news desk to talk about the Family Vacation 2 and going back to Cali. Hashtag shenanigans abound. That's all I have to say about this one.
Hashtag shenanigans.
Some good stuff, some good Easter eggs, if you will. We were naked for a minute. No clothes. So it's going to be a great trip. So keep an eye out for that. Tickets will go on sale. Event tickets on the 1st of December. I know we usually do Black Friday, but I want to give everybody an extra week. Since it's a costly ticket, but it's going to include a lot of great stuff for that. So keep a look for that. And just, very excited about everything that's going on the Virtual Cantina Network. I want to give a quick plug also to the Daughters of the Galaxy, which is the highest viewed first episode in the history of the Virtual Cantina Network and still climbing. Dave, can you...
Keeps growing. I'll check that out as we go, as I don't have those numbers in front of me right this second, but I'll get them there.
But very exciting, great show. So excited for what Ashley and Jamie are doing. And we got some other things in the pipeline. But if you have an idea for a show that you would like to do, where can you email?
As always, you can, personal message any of us on the Facebook, or you can just email virtualcantinanetwork@gmail.com.
It's in here somewhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know it's there somewhere, but it's quick to find. There we go. See?
There we go. We'll get right, but give it up for StreamYard. We got a lot more stuff we can do, and I'm really digging the watermark on the left side of the screen under the timestamp. Really good job there, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was like, where do I don't want to put the show title. The graphic is kind of enough, but I wanted it to also say the show. So yeah. So I decided to do some sort of sideways, like you said, a watermark. I'll probably do that in the future on some of the shows coming up for the rest of, we have kind of a specific set of shows coming up, so that may or may not, it might just stay that. So
it could. So guys, the Daughters right now is our second most viewed in the past 28 days, and of course hasn't been out for 28 days, and second only to the absolute juggernaut that John Chiato put out a while back, like in October 21, of the Darksaber comparison. That video just keeps going. But Daughters right now is second only to that this month.
Well, that's pretty awesome. So congratulations to the girls. Very, very proud of you guys. Yeah. And, excited what's going on here. But we are going to be watching the Clone Wars movie. Very excited about that. Jeff, what was your thoughts about when you first saw it?
I had high hopes. My problem is that I nitpick things like effects and, in this case, animation. And I was like, well, they could have maybe spent a little bit more time here or a few dollars there. And then there's other things that kind of bug me when they do things like this. So yeah, when you introduce, he was going to be in the main graphic, but I just couldn't. That character bugged the hell out of me. There's a lot of the Hutts in general that really bugged me in this movie and the show, kind of. But I kind of grew to not hate it so much once I started to see the series. But I was also kind of annoyed that they weren't going further with the 2D version of the show. And they kind of abandoned
the little micro series.
Micro series. The original artist, Gendy Tartakovsky, kind of, Samurai Jack style, but very short. I mean, literally micro series is what it was. The episodes were a couple minutes long, if that. And, it was very cool because of very little dialogue and things. So when they went to this, I was kind of still like butthurt about them abandoning that, although they technically weren't completely. They were just reworking things for the most part, and then obviously making it 3D versus sort of a 2D look. More
I think the one that translated the best from micro series to the 3D animated was Yoda.
Oh yeah,
Yoda's pretty equivalent and translates.
I think there's been a request for another Hutt flyby.
What was that request?
Put it through. There we go.
Anyways, Stinky is in the house. So,
It's a nasty
know-
little spud, huh, Dave?
some of that kind of stuff
I-
bugged me.
I think he can hear you, Ray.
He slimed
And-
me.
Exactly. It is very, very Slimer kind of related looking. But yeah, the whole Hutt's kind of bugged me a bit. I don't hate it, but it's like I don't go back to watch this movie. And after I saw it, I felt that it was kind of just like, well, they put a handful of episodes together and said, let's throw it in the theater, and instead of just putting it in the show proper. So that kind of bugs me. Also, that show is very much got issues with its timeline in terms of when episodes were numbered compared to the actual
Yeah, I
chronological
think
order.
season 1, at least the first half of season 1, got a little weird.
So that's very, that kind of stuff bugged me as well. But it started off what became something really cool. So I can't fault it for that. But there are little bits and pieces where like the foot doesn't hit the ground the way it should, or things like that just stood out to me on a giant screen. Even though it was my first viewing, things like that. So, but on giant
Hey,
screen,
Jerry.
really,
Hey, Lila.
on a if it was all on the TV, it wouldn't necessarily jumped out at me the same way. So, anyways, that was my long-winded answer.
Hey, Dave, what about you?
So Jeff and I were discussing this in the pre-show while you were having. I don't recall seeing this in theaters. Can anybody help me out? Did they break this or seeing it at the first time as a movie? I want to say I saw it as like broken up into episodes. Does anybody remember? Did they actually do that, or am I hallucinating? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember if they ultimately re-aired it as single episodes.
Yeah, I want to say that that's how I saw it, and I actually want to say that I may have seen it after I saw episode 1 or 2 of the regular series, that I'd seen the Yoda and Ventress arc, that part before I saw this. So I'd been broken in a little bit. I'd seen a little bit of Clone Wars, and then I saw this and the introduction of Snips, and I was like, interesting. And that's kind of what sucked me in.
I wasn't a huge fan of Ahsoka at first either, just because it seemed like a forced thing to add this younger character that we have no clue about. But Stinky made me like Ahsoka that much more.
Yeah.
Stinky and Lumpy have their own fan club.
Lumpy's not my favorite either, but he's grown on me over a million years as well. So, anyways, so you have never seen this movie? Is that what we're alluding to at this point, Mr.
Yeah,
Galitz?
it's pretty much it's that. I mean, I rifled through Clone Wars. I think my entry into the animation was actually Rebels, which was for a lot of people as well. That I seem to be hearing lately. And I fell in love with Rebels. I actually just rewatched the entire season and finished the final season last night, which, right after, Kanan bites the big one, Chopper reaching out and grabbing. Yep. And, Chopper grabbing Hera's hand. I was kind of like, oh, bruh.
Oh, yeah, you posted that. I was like, I kind of vaguely remembered that, but I hadn't watched it in a while. So I was like,
But
so Blake seems to think that I'm hallucinating and this was only in theaters, but I don't know. Maybe I went to this. Who knows?
Maybe they aired it in a theatrical form. I would think that they would have put it on as like a rerun in the mix.
I don't know. I know I saw it before ultimately D+. But
this was the movie that ruined my streak of seeing every Star Wars movie at least a half a dozen times in the theater on the first run.
Couldn't bring yourself to do it.
I think one time was plenty, and I was like, okay, now bring the series to me, and I'll deal with that. Anyways.
But no, it was so like I mentioned, I mean, so I went back and watched Clone Wars. I never got to this. I watched first half of Vision season 1, couldn't get through that, but season 2 is fantastic.
Only 3 episodes in.
But all good stuff, very excited about everything. Blake saw it 2 times in the theater. It might be because we live by Disney and there's nothing else to do around Disney because, Disney is the most boring place to go on the planet. As I just booked reservations for my yearly trip. But no, everything is great. We're very excited, but don't forget, make sure you have your D+ machines all queued up. But I want to throw this out there. I mean, we've been trying a lot of different things out there as far as the marketing is concerned, videos up on Reels and short videos on YouTube. Have people been seeing them? I know we see a lot of the same faces and names there, but are people actually seeing them? I don't know.
Oh, damn.
So I know when I have put up, I tried a new thing and I put up a short today with your promo for this show, but I haven't checked analytics on that. But when I put up a little bumper that Bryce did for the 2 weeks ago, the episode of Jedi Archives, is that one has been seen a lot of times. So
that's good. So, we're just trying different things. I get, people watching what we're doing, especially with this Summer of Snips. So many good things are happening around it. You never know who might jump in and come and say hello to us or hello there to us.
Okay, I'm just saying, people, if we were to ever get Mr. McGregor on this show, other than tuning in to watch him, which you should tune in to just watch me sit over in the corner in a coma, because that's going to be must-see TV, is the reactions you get over that.
So, also, I know this is a Facebook user. I know it's Mr. Chiato, but if he wanted to connect his Facebook, how would they be able to do that?
Magic.
A really long drop cord.
Where is it? This is it.
Hang
right
on.
here.
There we go. How do you connect your Facebook account to the StreamYard? Go to that.
StreamYard.com/Facebook and say yes. Click OK, whatever it asks. And you'll be able to have your name pop up in our comments.
There you go. Look at it right there. Just from earlier tonight, Scooby's saying that your YouTube short is already at 94 views.
Sweet.
Boom. So
there you go. Hey, Peter, how are you, sir?
Way to go, Scoob, for making up that nice little
over here.
Intro and stuff with there.
Oh yeah, Scooby's been rocking the assemblage of content.
Yes, great job there, Scoob. And hey, Pete, we got Peter Young coming all the way from Australia. A lot of great cons this past weekend. Actually, our friend Emily Swallow just came back from Australia. Did 2 shows out over there. And congratulations. I don't think that's the same Peter. I think it's Peter Smith.
Yeah, it's a different Peter.
One of the other Peter regulars, Peter Smith.
I thought Elliot Young was Peter Young at one time too, so it gets very, very confusing at some, at different locations.
He's a different
But
type of
also, I want to announce that Kay Sackhoff has launched her YouTube channel. We're going to be doing another podcast called Blah Blah Blah. That should be pretty cool. So make sure you subscribe to her, but also make sure that you subscribe to the Virtual Cantina YouTube page, the VCN. Hit that bell, get the notifications of when we're going live, or the notification 30 minutes. That's a great feature. That you know that we're going to be over there. It's a great way to go see that. Also, please make sure that you take a look at all of our footage. We have, last time we did an Alex, and we were able to look at it. We saw over 2,000 hours worth of footage, and it's got to be at least more than that now. So please take a look at that.
Out there. Oh, and if you're looking for podcasts to look too, is I'll try and if it goes on a YouTube format, I'll link it and put it on our page. But I've just noticed Jim Cummings has started to do a podcast where he's interviewing other people, and anything can happen when Darkwing Duck and Hondo Inaka are interviewing people from the voice acting world.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine if Hondo Inaka and Darkwing Duck had a conversation?
I don't think you'd have to imagine that. I think you could walk up to Jim at a con and ask for it, and it'd happen.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Anyway, we're about that time, and hey, Troy, how are you? But hope you guys like our new format. I know we're all like giddy over StreamYard, the capabilities. Jeff's like, yeah, it's okay. Don't. But anyway,
that's my
that makes
favorite
it all
capability.
Oh, I love that.
I am not a Hutt. I am a real person.
What I like about it also is that it doesn't have any audio, so it doesn't mute our microphone, so I can hear Dave laugh every time I show it.
Yes.
Part of the allure. Anyways,
sorry. Please make sure you have your D Plus machines all queued up. We are going to be watching the Clone Wars movie, so please cue that up. Let me know when everybody is ready.
It is the 1 hour, 39 minute, and 52 second Star Wars : The Clone Wars movie.
Yes.
It's not.
Hold on, I am
untangling my headphones. It's not an episode of the Clone Wars.
Is there actually a Star Wars : movie?
Well, Attack of the Clones, episode 2.
Oh, did anybody see? Like, I posted in one of the chats last night, and nobody had seen it. There's a movie that came out in 22. I'm not sure when in 22, but it's called 5/25/77.
Right, you were talking about that in one of the
I
chats.
heard about that.
I've heard about that vaguely, and I think I was going to look for it, and I never got around to it. So,
but you look at the top left of the screen, and you'll be able to see we got a timer. We fancy.
And it'll start counting up once I hit the go button.
So, Jeff, why don't you hit the go?
Well, first, I have to do this again. And then follow it up with this. So, countdown. And away we go.
And they don't waste any time. It's like immediately there's stuff going on.
I think that after one, every time Stinky needs to go across the screen. So can we
that could be amended. Anyways, yeah, it's interesting how you hear the audio.
Can that also be like a wipe of the screen? Like he goes across and all of a sudden the we
You're giving me ideas to waste time with, yes.
Because what else are you gonna do at work? And give it up to Tom Kane. He's like the ultimate narrator.
He's a rock star in this show in general. But so especially now I'm seeing it again. This movie feels very video gamey in the way it looks. Some of it looks better than others, like that Plo Koon and Kit Fisto right there. They look better than, but it's still like the lighting's not quite right.
Well, it's the movie. By the later seasons, Clone Wars got progressively better, and it was essentially
every season got better. Yeah, it continued to improve, and this, it's just like that's why I kept thinking that kind of felt like it was rushed. But
I don't know. I mean, it's all of the things are the product of the time. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
You go and you look at the pod racing animation, what we thought was amazing, and what we spent all night to download, just that original pod race scene that was just Cinepacked or whatever compression that was just fabulous, that we stared at this big on a computer screen. And now, what can you do?
Why does Palpatine have Princess Vespa's original nose?
Oh, yeah.
Refine the character designs a bit as well. So,
well, a bit, Mace looks far more normal than Mace of the Micro series.
The animation here, as you mentioned, looks very video gamey. So this could be an hour and a half cutscene in a video
there you go. That's what it really is. There's gameplay in between, but we're not seeing any of that.
I think it's T.C. Carson doing the voice for Mace here, who is going to be at that con I'm going to this weekend, but I don't plan to go see him this weekend.
Didn't Phil Lamar end up doing Mace? Or he did other characters?
Hey, MVO. How are you, sir?
Aha. I gotta pay attention to the chat. Anyways, as you can see, we're about 3 minutes, 20 seconds in now. If you wanted to watch along.
So,
no, it's Sam.
It is. I was on the IMDb. So this is Sam Jackson as Mace Windu in the movie.
Nice.
Now later in the show, yes, is Mace was another voice, but right here, boom, you've got Christopher Lee as Count Dooku. You've got Mace Windu, Sam Jackson.
How long did that last?
Anthony is C-3PO. You've got, of course, D. Bradley Baker as the Clone Troopers, Ashley as Ahsoka, the one and only animated Ahsoka.
James Arnold Taylor is obviously Obi-Wan.
Yep.
And
Ian as Chancellor Palpatine, but not Ian McDermott. Ian Abercrombie as Chancellor Palpatine.
And then Matt as Anakin.
And he had David Accord doing the voice of Ron the Hutt.
God, I hate that voice. Makes me want to put Stinky on the screen again.
And also Corey Burton, who is the voice of Cad Bane, does Zero the Hutt.
Oh, that's the one I hated.
And General Loathsome or something, I think.
One of them Hutts I really do not like the voice option that they chose.
Pizza?
Yeah, Pizza the Hutt is delicious. No, Pizza the Hutt's voice is an iconic voice as well, but
you're right, very video game cut scene, but for the time, so the level of groundbreaking in this is
for sure.
Like right up in the screen. They're not hiding anything. You've got clone troopers, partial clone troopers, like you're seeing a leg and a hip and things run through the foreground so much and really
they were filling the frame for sure, not being
well, and in CinemaScope too, on the big screen. Like I said, I swear I haven't seen this on the big screen. I think I've only seen this on the small screen. But
some of this,
and there's Anakin being the drama. Where can I fight people? Let's get on top of the biggest droid in.
You see, Anakin had the high ground at that point.
Oh yeah,
he did, and that's why he took out that droidicas and all the.
Mark says that Grabella is the best Hutt. But speaking of the droidica, methinks that in California next year on a family vacation, Jeff should get a droidica something and get that signed.
I think so.
I know I am.
I'm sure we can find him a droidica figure.
I have probably multiples. I just have to go through the billion bins I have of Power of the Force and Beyond figures. Well, that would obviously be episode 1 figures, but I have tons of those too. And I have Jar Jar that is missing his ears that I found in a wall of Jar Jars at Target. Literally peg warmer, like infestation, an entire wall of Jar Jars, and I was flipping through them and spotted something weird about one of them, and I was like, I'm buying this figure because Jar Jar doesn't have ears.
Lisa can't hear you.
Uh-oh, here we go. A Padawan would slow me down.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I love the fact that she has the braid.
Yeah.
R2 is stoked.
And immediately Anakin is a jerk to her.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it took, because Ashley and Matt, if you've seen them at cons or whatever, and you've seen them in later seasons, such an amazing chemistry, the two of them together.
Definitely.
I wonder if that was the case from the beginning, like in this, when it was scripted that Anakin was such a dick to Ahsoka.
Well, you watch earlier interviews with Ashley, and she said that she had some mental health issues from the original this and first couple of seasons of Clone Wars because of all the hate that Ahsoka received. Mm-hmm. And Dave and George were like, just trust us, it's going to flip.
Well,
but
it in fact did. And you're right, is because I think at this point, Ahsoka became the next Jar Jar.
She was definitely that kind of a focus for a bit.
But now, since they've placed her in so many different places, now we've seen her at Padme's funeral and sprinkled in around Order 66 and so many things. It's hard to imagine Star Wars without her. And we probably have only seen an hour's worth of footage, live action of Ahsoka at this particular time right now.
I would bet less.
At least an hour. I would say at least an hour.
No, at most. Probably less, more like a half an hour. But I like the fact that from this point on, we kind of saw her grow up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which definitely endeared her to most people, I think, that weren't maybe on board originally. So.
Yeah, Chantel is saying that she watched it later, not as it came out, and that she just loved Ahsoka from the start. And yeah, I get that. I think there are a lot of people that did. And I don't know. I don't recall having an opinion one way or the other, but I can see now looking back the way Star Wars fans are is not necessarily why, but how Star Wars fans are going to have a problem with this little mousy voiced, teeny tiny orange girl in a crop top.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Anakin being a dick. Oh, there was the first time. That was the first one. Sky Guy.
There you go. I think there's interviews with Ashley talking about when
he just said, "Don't get snippy with me."
That's probably why.
And there is the birth of the Summer of Snips right there.
Yep, down there. But,
do you think actually be a live action character or a younger version? I don't think she's going to be a younger version. There's been some leaks that a younger African American actress might be doing a younger Ahsoka. I would like to think that Ashley would be involved in some capacity, but we don't know. We know Ashley and Vanessa were both on set at one particular time, but they could have been visiting.
And
Mhm.
I have high hopes for it from something that was spoiled for me that I won't spoil for you guys. Something that, you know, has happened in the new Little Mermaid movie. So that's the kind of Disney thing that they tend to do. The cameo that they gave to Ming Na in the live action Mulan. So
I know about the passing of the torch in
Yes.
The Little Mermaids. I know exactly what you're talking
not
about.
giving spoil. I'm not giving spoilers. If it was
I didn't give a
spoilers, it's on.
spoiler. I said passing of the torch. I didn't say what they passed. Mark says we should do Don't Get Snippy with Me in our marketing.
Don't get snippy. I'm not spoilering. I can only spoiler so much anyway. I can only spoiler what's been spoiled for me because I haven't seen it yet.
Well, that's a lot of spoil.
I was trying not to get too spoilery with the info I was giving you about the Transformers movie. So
Right.
I did see some images today, and you were right. It's far more like OG and less Michael Bay.
it's I just didn't the ending, like third of the movie, was not my favorite, but I enjoyed it overall.
Yeah, this might be one that I have to give a chance.
But it does lead up to other things, so you probably will have some interest ultimately.
Her Ash's cousin Charlie met Vanessa Marshall's mom. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, she was talking about her mom, the legendary Joan Van Ark.
Well, we passed a lot of special anniversaries most recently. Obviously, want to plug Happy Ghostbusters Day, Happy Bill and Ted Day. You know,
Excellent.
so be
We
excellent to
also
each other.
passed up Superman Day.
And Superman Day, yes.
And it was just the anniversary of one of the other Raiders movies, I think.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Like a couple days ago.
I like these camo troopers.
I
That
like
is
the
something
idea.
I don't know that I've seen in cosplay. It's also an interesting helmet variant.
Right.
Yeah, sort
Last
of.
Crusade?
It could have been.
Yeah, something was just a few days ago.
Now, there's a little weirdness that you see here, and you notice like the uniforms is you've got clone troopers in essentially Imperial ISB uniforms. There's a really interesting mix of,
which is kind of contradictory to what's happened in more recent.
oh yeah, well, you know, canon is out the window. And
they're very anti that in some of the newer stuff.
Oh no, Anakin has a plan. It's never good in the Clone Wars when Anakin has a plan.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Didn't they learn anything from episode 1? Those big weird shields, you can't shoot through them. Love how it advances with them.
That's kind of interesting graphics as far as, you know, blasting against the shield. How, like, almost kind of like a wall.
Yeah.
Shooting jello.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Let's hide under a box.
That's something BB-8 would do.
And here we are. Oh.
They're like kicking it.
There we go. You can't cross there, and nobody notices. Now they're moving the box.
Pay no attention to this box moving behind you.
It's a droid. That's it. See, I just have to wait them out. Then they.
Okay, we need to see that droid in live action.
Yep. Where's the general? I don't know. They're everywhere. Now the Roger droids, those are pretty accurate in the Clone Wars 3D animation as to the CGI from the originals.
Very stiff, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little bit more free flowing and kind of slapsticky as they progressed in the animated stuff.
Yeah, there we go. We're gonna stand up, but we're keeping the box over our heads because nobody knows this. Oh, yeah. Like that.
I won't shoot your legs or nothing.
Oh, droidica.
Whoops. Droidica. Pew pew pew.
Master destroyers.
And see, she's just got one lightsaber at this point, right? But she's still doing the backhand grip.
Yeah, her whole thing is that that reverse grip.
It's all
over. She's got her rainbow bright backpack.
Yeah, is that the same backpack? But there's a backpack that comes into play. I think that's the same backpack. Because never forget
snacks. Oh, well, there you go.
Spoiler alert. Sorry if you haven't seen this yet. Oh, yeah, wait. Spencer's the one.
This is still at the point. This is before they got really gritty with the Clone Wars, and the space battles are way more like A-Team. Everybody is shooting. It's like G.I. Joe's. It's red lasers and blue lasers everywhere, but nobody gets hit.
Yep, exactly. Especially this part. One of the things I kind of wasn't too fond of originally was how painterly the texturing is, like especially in the characters, like faces and stuff. Very sculptural and painterly. But I think they kind of settled on a better kind of happy medium for that. Ha ha ha. Oh, snatch that saber. I think you could just, I don't know. Yeah, that. It's like I'm setting dinner. Let's eat.
Who's being this guy? Is civilized?
One of the things also
is that Corey Burton doing the voice area?
It is.
Oh, there's one of them rabbit droids.
Corey Burton doing like a roughshod Liam Neeson.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually Sean Connery. He's doing
Sheba.
Your mother. Your mother.
Fuck it, Trebek.
It's marchers on a sword.
It's the quickening cloud.
A
little bit, yeah. It's that very fake Scottish generic accenty thing. Mm-hmm. And I love gargoyles, and how isn't it cool that there's more gargoyles? Oh yeah. Look, can we find someone to be more Anakin than Anakin? Oh, here's
there she is. Whoops. Impulsive. Well, damn. Those are some
you could have done that before, man. Oh, dodge. This is the first scene of like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where they're fighting the thing for the battery.
Right.
Right there.
Dun 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 dun
Dancing
dun
around.
dun
Yep,
dun
exactly.
dun 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 dun.
Ahsoka as Baby Groot.
Nah. He was the pre-baby Groot. He's baby Ahsoka.
So we need to hear Mr. Blue Sky in the background of this scene.
So Blake asks, how many clones did each Jedi Master command? I don't know that doesn't get.
Battalion.
Yeah, I think you'd have to know.
Ashley says they're Harbulary batteries.
Harbulary, but and let's just smush everybody with the thing. You know, there's still that big shieldy thing that you're supposed to be taking down.
Yeah. That's the Olympic torch. What are they doing? It's just for the Olympics that are going on.
Lila says like all of them. Yeah, there you go. I think that's largely the answer, Blake, is every time like a group gets killed, they just give them some more. Just
whoever's in their immediate vicinity is who they lead.
Earl Grey.
He's sipping his
Black.
tea, Earl Grey hot. It's not black.
Yeah, that's it. You don't say there is black tea, but you don't refer to tea as black like you do coffee.
Hey Hunter, how are you?
Hunter.
Well,
we're just watching Kenobi be Kenobi.
Exactly. Sipping his tea.
Flipping a table. You know, no big deal.
All right. Oh, boom. It uses her Apple Watch to, set off the charges.
Ooh, yeah. Just ruin the Olympics for everyone.
Though it kind of reminded me of, if you remember the episode where they were trying to close the Sith holocron, that Kanan and Ezra had to do it together.
I do not recall that. Oh, no, he's hugging. He's hugging the dude.
No squeezy, bad baby.
No squeezy, bad Kenobi.
Hey,
no, I was talking about this with Frank the other day, which is actually kind of interesting. Okay, so wait, but could you put out Lila's comment?
Oh, there's so many. Which one? This one?
Mm-hmm. No, not the Real Housewives.
No.
Sorry.
There. Jedi generals command their own corps. 37,000 soldiers and higher ranking. Ooh. Yeah, just give it. The answer is all of them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yes. Give or take a few. But what I was talking about Frank this weekend is that also Michael Biehn is going to be at Terrificon. So you can get a great shot of Chapter 13, The Jedi, of his character doing the face-off with Mando.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You ask him about he's going back to Tombstone later this summer.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
They're doing 30th anniversary of Tombstone, and a lot of the original actors are going to be back in town doing like little Q&As and stuff.
Didn't I send you a link to that or something?
Somebody did, and I don't remember who. It could very well could have been you. I've looked at it. It was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But it is tough. It's been 30 years, and sadly, Bill Paxton has passed. Kurt Russell ain't coming.
Kilmer's in bad shape.
I've been saying all along is you throw in Sam Elliott and I'm there. But
you just want a picture with that mustache.
Yes.
But also with Tate Fletcher there, you also have the fight in the covert of Din Djarin and Paz Vizsla. Because they fought in season 1.
They also fought over the Darksaber in Book of Boba Fett.
They did.
That.
I
Yes,
think that was a
Sam
tease.
Elliott has not an epic up mustache, the epic mustache.
More epic than Tom Selleck.
Yes, on a larger scale. Epic, yes. Iconic, maybe not. But always the larger. And I think, I don't know. Have I seen a thing where Sam Elliott has shaved the stash? We've seen Selleck without the stash on Friends.
Right. I think
is there a large property that we've seen Sam without the stash?
I'm not sure, but Blake, I am pretty sure that we can. If Dave had a chance to meet Sam Elliott, he would shave down to the mustache just for the photo op.
Given. No hesitation or question.
Besides the lighting in general, a lot of this has like issues with depth. There's like no real. I mean, like in here, there's a little bit of atmosphere,
right? But there's not any real atmosphere between the dancer and Jabba, as it kind of flattens that space, even though she's all.
Well, they showed the exterior of his palace. It was
and the
very
blue
much...
Twi'lek helps me. It makes me want to think of Alea Secura, who I'm actually Amy Allen is going to be at this con I'm going to this weekend as well.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those heads.
Mibuki. Well, this is a young, svelte Jabba. You know, this is.
I like this Jabba much more than the Jabba in the special edition of A New Hope. I hate that.
I actually like the Clone Wars movie Jabba better than like the Book of Boba Fett Hutts.
Well, they were the spoiled nephews or whatever, nephew and niece. But the Jabba they put in the special editions of A New Hope specifically was just garbage.
I don't know. My favorite part of the entire thing is the framing of Harrison Ford stepping on the tail because he couldn't walk around.
I really hate. And if you've seen the original footage, you know that he's talking to a guy wearing like a big furry jacket, and he walks around him. They should have not done that the way they did that. They should have cut to something else, done something other than that. That was the lamest use of that, and especially the way he was treating somebody who, at that point, he already owed a lot of money to.
Right.
Yeah, these are clone troopers that had that weird like digital camo that
it's almost digital camo, but it's not quite. It's weird. It's sort of.
But again, I think it's weird that I've never seen that as a cosplay. And they have they've got a cone like point to the back of the helmet that's
it's like a
different than the fin on.
It's sort of like the Republic Commando,
I guess. Now, see there, the nose art on the back, the Twi'lek on the ship. I think that's a fun detail.
Yeah, when they started to put the cool graphics on the drop ships, they started that in an episode of the 2D version of the Clone Wars in the micro series, where they had that crazy elite crew cruising through the city, and then ultimately get shot down, and then the troops dispersed. But they were the one that looked like a Spitfire or something. It had like a mouth.
Oh, that's really cool.
I have that hanging up in the other room. I have this ship hanging up in the other room too.
I'm a huge fan of like World War II nose art and
oh yeah, that whole idea was really cool, especially the callback idea of it.
Fire spitter drop ship.
So what always confused me about this Jedi starfighter type ship that they had in the movies as well was like, where is there actually space for that droid? Can it fit, or is that just like a droid head, sort of like what he had outside of his cave?
And no, he'll pop out of there.
Because I think Well, no, this is the one that one actually looks like it could fit a full-size droid. It's when they have the droid that's offset. That's what they did in the movie. The droid
the ones that are out on the wing when there's nothing
Yeah.
underneath. Yeah,
that was like how does that droid fit there?
They're like pit droids. They accordion fold.
Droid
saying yes, there have been
Leilani.
movies.
Wow, this is so video gamey.
Where Sam did not have a mustache, and no, I did not know that he was in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
He stole the show in Big Lebowski.
Why does everybody want to go back to Tatooine? Well, because the center of the universe.
Everybody loves sand. Everybody loves sand.
Every punky.
But thank you everybody for joining us tonight. But we're seeing a lot of Facebook users. If someone wants to queue into StreamYard, how would they do so?
Magically.
Delicious.
You can always go to, where is it? There it is. StreamYard.com/Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, however, you don't have to okay it. If you comment, it will show up in our comment section automatically. But the Facebook requires authentication. So you just click on, you go to that link, click on, allow or whatever it is. And then whenever you post in our chat on Facebook, it will show up in our StreamYard chat with your name next to it. We won't have to go looking for your post in the streams.
I like here how they've got like Jabba's palace or something. This palace, they've got like a kind of, is it a Middle Eastern or is it a Indian like theme music or something?
I'll try not to get you killed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay there, Snippy Longstocking.
She is
the blast shields. Here we go. Oh, first she's with the cape, the cowl deal. Green light, let's go.
Welcome to paradise, rock jumpers.
Like I said in a comment yesterday, there needs to be a Star Wars movie or a TV show in the vein of the original Starship Trooper. Come on, you clone trooper. Do you want to live forever?
Would you like to know more?
Could you imagine those kind of propaganda type commercials, but a Star Wars-esque kind of environment?
That would be hilarious. But is Michael Ironside still alive? He's not, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surely not.
I think every genre should have a Star Wars version of it now.
Whoa. So what is this? The droids are going, oh my god. I'm thinking that's either like some really philosophical something that's a topic for the unifying force or lazy writing. It's one or the other. I'm not sure which.
I think Kat's going to go with lazy writing.
So you can like call the episode as it is. Kat's going to go lazy writing. Gio and I are going to try and justify the entire thing and like it's like, no, they're referring to the maker, like 3PO from
Yeah.
Speaking of the maker, has anybody watched that scene in Hook yet?
No,
tried to find
I forgot about. I always forget about that until we're back here and talking about it. Okay, I'm sorry, but the reverse lightsaber grip in this movie is insanely overused. Yeah. Like she never turns the thing overhand. She just turned it on upside down.
Right. She's doing her whole like I'm establishing that this is my thing. For sure. Every time you see me, I'm going to be like this.
Perfect.
That's never good.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to step away for a second.
Yeah.
We're down. Oh, hi, I'm Spencer now. Hello there.
Yeah, it doesn't let me move you over there for whatever dumb reason.
Yeah, it's fine. I can be over here and I can be Spencer for a while. Look,
There you go. You're perfect. Perfect, Spencer. See, that's why, like, if I'm going to leave, I can do this and cover my
yeah, is you just put the iris over the thing or whatever, and
it doesn't make me flip
there
around,
you
which
go.
is weird. I don't understand why it does that. But, so what is making these vehicles all cling to the rocks like that? They seem,
Suction cups,
yeah,
spider
totally.
powers. I don't know. They're apparently not doing it. Oh,
They seem to,
Verticas.
hey, it's Dave Spencer. They seem to have some gravity defying capabilities for sure.
There. Oh, it's the Sky Guy and the Snips, and I save your life and doing what you told me not to, and you do the same thing.
Yep. I've endeared myself to you for not following your rules. Uh-oh. There's Asajj. I forgot she was in this. I guess they
What's
need a
that?
big bad. I forgot Asajj was in this.
Oh yeah.
I knew she was in the show, but I forgot she was in this movie. I haven't seen it in a long time. I think I might have seen it 2 times.
Oh, there you go. Helmet
That's,
lights on the helmets. Precursor to the Din Djarin.
that's funny
No,
with the
like I have not watched the video on Instagram. I am very bad about checking my Instagram messages. Horrible about that. But now that you have reminded me, I will endeavor to do that. Oh, there you go.
good guy or bad guy. It's a droid. Well, that
You have liberated me. See, again, talking about the levels of droids and slavery or not slavery, and is the entire concept of Star Wars 3 generations of Skywalkers bullying C-3PO. Oh, I'm back to me. Hi, I'm Dave again.
Hey, there we go.
And this droid would be played by Chris Bartlett.
Oh, yes.
In live action, yes. It's very kind of Zero-esque and very C-3PO-esque. So,
Yes, because it's like Zero's head or something on it. Oh, here's the chin.
yeah.
This is the weirdness is why we've seen that they can normalize-ish a person's face. Why was this
They're exaggerated. Some of the styles were very weird. Anakin looks halfway normal.
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka looks fairly normal. She's got exaggerated features that are like childlike in ways. Obi-Wan starts to get weird with his beard being so sculptural.
Well, yes, his beard is very.
And then Dooku just takes it to the next level. The droids are probably the most true to like live action, even though they're semi-exaggerated in a lot of ways. But that's one thing I hated about battle droid action figures. They don't stand up real good.
Oh, here's your friend.
Oh,
He's just a baby.
He's so little and squirmy and gross.
Blech.
Bleh.
I was gonna do a contest and put Stinky on somewhere in the corner or something of the backdrop, but have like a regular version without him, and then like at some point in the show just click it on, and then if somebody was
awesome.
like whoever noticed when he appeared like closest to the whatever time code thing would win a prize of some sort. We may do that at some point, but maybe next time we watch this, which won't be for a long time.
The way that Jabba is kind of drawn, it kind of reminds me of the rock biter from Neverending Story.
Yeah, he has got very kind of geological kind of formation going.
He's Michael Chiklis as the Thing.
With
and this is another like female 3PO protocol droidy.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, we're eventually babysitting. If they start singing the babysitting blues, we're gonna have some issues here.
Crossover with Thor, which is actually not a crossover with Thor. It's a crossover with Daredevil now. But
yeah,
Stinky.
He should be leaving like a slime trail or something. It'd be hilarious.
See, I was surprised when I was introduced to Grogu, Baby Yoda, because this soured me to Baby whatever characters. Where's your backpack, girl? Put him in the backpack. He's got the weirdest, like, proportions. Jabba almost makes sense compared to his proportions. But I guess they're trying to do weird.
I just took the temperature of a slug with an animatronic hand through a glove. Yeah, burning up with fever.
He's got some good sensors built into that hand.
So yes, Ashley is Jedi don't destroy Jabba, Leia does, but Leia's a Jedi.
Jedi action.
She wasn't a Jedi yet. But again, that's why Anakin could pod race.
It's got reflexes of a Jedi. Although
I enjoy the fact here.
What's that?
That they don't translate Jabba. That they
Mm.
wait and they make you hear the protocol droid translate Jabba. They don't subtitle Jabba.
Mhm.
Well, if you figure that the protocol droid is kind of like Sigourney Weaver's character in Galaxy Quest.
Yes, exactly. That is the protocol droid. Is my job is to repeat the computer. That's my one and only job, and I'm doing it.
See, I like the backpack. I do not like what's in the backpack.
That's the backpack. It's the precursor to the droid backpacks on Batuu. That's what it is. It's the precursor to all the girls.
And I think I have him in action
Valley carrying around their chihuahuas and hairless kitties in a backpack.
It kind of reminds you also like the box from like Build-A-Bear.
Yes.
It's very much like the boxes you get droids in on Batuu.
Yeah, that too.
Or creatures, although it's more like the droid boxes. But yeah, it's got that whole kind of vibe, and I'm sure they got that from Build-A-Bear.
Yes, Troy. That's the dark side of the Force is a pathway to plot holes. That's exactly what that is.
Would you say that is a Coruscantian version of a baby Bjorn?
Except it's backwards. It's just a yeah. Well, I guess does it matter which side it's on to be a baby Bjorn? I don't know. Ashley has a backpack for Ahsoka, but it's because it's her cat.
See, that's very meta. Ashley is acting and carrying a baby Jabba in a backpack, where Ashley carries Ahsoka in a backpack. That's meta right there.
Ashley carrying Ahsoka, and Ahsoka who was Ashley
I don't know if my
carrying.
mind is blown or my face is turning into that gif from John C. Riley. Like,
Oh, where he's like confused. Was that I forget the doctor character? Anyways, yeah, Professor or whatever his name is. Hunter
my
named his
cat's name
cat
is
Kylo.
my cat's name is Ben, but I call him Kylo Ben.
Yeah, no.
That works.
I don't think, do I have?
Is
I
that the
don't have
first time
it.
you called her Snips?
No, Snips,
No, it was earlier.
that happened earlier.
Yeah,
We called her
when they were
Snippy
fighting with
earlier, but do you call her
No,
Snips
he
earlier?
called her
No,
Snips.
it's
Yeah,
while you were out, as he said.
Okay.
yeah,
He
we were off
Snip,
camera.
because she fires the cannon on the thing and saves him, and she calls him Sky
Yeah,
Guy, and he calls her
When they were
Snip.
fighting on the bridge or whatever
Oh.
against all the droids, somewhere around that time.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen this before, so yeah, it
Oh.
happened when you were not here.
I got loud neighbors for some reason. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I don't think I actually have an animal with a Star Wars names. I have Disney names and DC names and Marvel names.
You have an animal with a VC name?
Well, okay, but DC.
Oh, DC. Gotcha.
Yeah, no. Actually, so does it count that technically, like, one of the puppies that we gave away, the new owner named him Vader?
As it should.
But no, I have like Superman and Batman.
Ooh.
DC names.
Welcome back.
Earlier, somebody got in an accident in front of my apartment on the street, and now somebody is yelling every so often. I think they're watching something that's exciting them, but I can't be sure.
Well, you're watching something that's exciting as well, so
It's not exciting me. Maybe they're watching this too. And
they could be. They're watching along with us. That's exactly
reacting
why.
differently. That's all. But yeah, grab that Stinky by the tail.
Oh, shoot her. Oh, droid got in the way.
Choink,
Oh.
choink.
Don't.
Force choke.
So Asajj was something I guess they had introduced her in the micro series too.
Yeah, I think she was in she was in the micro series, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if she fought with her sabers like that, but that's pretty cool the way they connect with the curve in between.
Hunter, you shut your mouth.
Yeah, and then they would just start a film by George Lucas, and we're all
Yeah, right.
right there. Film by George Lucas. We're done. I think it's amusing that every time you're seeing the Republic ships here, that they're the Forerunners. They are Imperial ships, so it's like the bad guy ships are the good guy ships, and you're like, what?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. The whole sort of transition period. This was when they first introduced the color coding. Oh, no, did they do that in one of the movies? Oh, they did that in one of the movies. They made those red droids.
Who?
I don't think they did the coding like they did on the troopers until.
You mean the coding of the droids? Because
battle droids
appears in.
Oh no, they did that in. Yeah. When they come in with that whole blank army at the beginning of episode 1, it's like, well,
clanker, boom. They got some really good, like, hand armor gloves. They're punching steel.
Yeah. Beskar gloves.
Mm.
Stinky is really sick. Damn. Can we just leave him here? Sucks they have to do this whole thing for the Hutts too. That's the other thing I think I didn't like.
That's better than Droidekas even. She calls them rolling death balls. Like,
Pretty much what they are.
this is a kid show. It's a kid show. Come
She was
on,
just
Ashley.
holding the saber right side up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did she? There. Oh, yep, she is. With both hands, even. Oh no, it's
Matt
fine.
Bryce.
See ya.
Later. Oh, here we go. 2-hand big circle cutting through the wall.
Once again, something we only see in prequel era anything.
Hunter's like, see, realism, better writing there. Clone punch droid looks at his broken hand and then he gets shot. Yeah.
Other landing platform.
Okay, and these like spidery droids, I know it's like an echo to other things, but they just look like the headquarters to the Legion of Doom.
Meanwhile,
Weird face, yeah.
Meanwhile, what is it? The Hall of Doom? Was it the Hall of Doom? I think it was Hall of Doom.
Shouldn't she be able to best her easier?
And let's find the weirdest thing to ride humanly possible.
Reminiscent of the bugs they flew on Kashyyyk.
Yes. Oh, R2. See?
And
He
there's
gets,
our
oh, look, Anakin riding a banshee. There you go.
R2D2 falls over. Written and directed by George Lucas.
He doesn't
Yeah.
make it.
Oop, bye.
Tell nothing. Why?
Why? It's funny how the battle droids have individual personalities in the animation.
Yeah, they do. Well, and
Ooh,
like, so R2 has the leg rockets in this one for sure.
yeah, he doesn't have issue. He only has lacking mechanics in the original trilogy, really, and I guess some in the sequel trilogy, but we
Didn't
do
he
not
lose,
see him
didn't he
traverse
lose his rockets
stairs.
like in the cartoons?
Well, which cartoons? In like the droid?
The droid series?
I think so. I think he lost it somewhere that it got damaged or something that was never replaced after. Because remember, he utilized it in the prequels quite a bit.
Yeah, the prequels he used all kinds of stuff. Then he doesn't have that stuff later, or you don't see him. But like in Jabba's palace, he gets from the top, or not Jabba's palace, and Jabba's palace too, I think. But in like the cantina, he goes from the top of the stairs to the bottom in like the blink of an eye.
Tin-plated traitor.
Yes. There's your next shirt for meeting Chris.
Yep, there goes his head. She's full of alliteration. Oh, look at R2's wearing it like a baby Bjorn now.
Yeah. This is like some like Apocalypse Now music coming in as those ships are.
Those droid fighters walking around always creep me out. And the fact that they're actually droids Makes them even creepier.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
those droids, those look exactly like the things that like saves Lilu in The Fifth Element.
oh, the one the key. You get stuck in the door with Luke Perry. Yeah, I'm so excited for you to be able to get the dual photo op that you grabbed of Gustin and Amel.
Yes, that promises to be all kinds of fun. I don't think I can talk my daughter into doing that one in like full cosplay, but I went ahead and ordered us t-shirts for that.
Very cool.
She can be Team Arrow and I am Team Flash. Yep. So this whole thing is a play to bring in the gangsters to bring in the mafia into league with your faction. Ooh.
Jonas is a great person.
Yeah, it's going to be in August.
And Jonas is someone that I need to get on an Acolyte print.
Yes. So Hunter, yeah, lots of good cons coming up. I really want to swing by Fanboy Knoxville because there's a couple of people I want to grab there for the day. But for sure, I am going to be at GalaxyCon Raleigh end of July, and there's a number of Star Wars people there, Star Trek people there.
And I'll be at Contropolis, Massachusetts on this coming Saturday, followed by my next show will be Terrificon, same weekend as GalaxyCon in Raleigh, but up here at the Mohegan Sun Casino. And then the following weekend is Fan Expo Boston.
Yeah, is Fan Expo. I want to ride up just to see Sam Witwer. But there's some other. What's that?
You mean Fanboy?
Fanboy. That's what I meant. Yes, you are correct. Not Fan Expo. Fanboy. I want to go up there to see Sam Witwer. The other Glenn something or other that was one of the Boba Fett's. And then there's some other cool stuff too. There's John Rhys Davies is there too, and I did not meet him at ICCC, but I saw it and it was like I should go there.
I hope you make it to Terrificon, Mark. That'd be fantastic. Sam, he says, give Sam a Rebels Revisited card, please.
On it.
Who am I looking forward to seeing out of everybody that I'm seeing coming up? I would say Star Wars wise, I'm actually really excited to see Brendan Wayne out of everybody that I'm about to see. Outside of Star Wars, I probably would have to say Jason Lee.
This dude right there. Did he just be snotty and call Anakin Sky Guy? Did I hear that?
Should I tell? If you go to Fan Expo Chicago, look out for Jackie Bruce, who is one of our members of our group. She is the showrunner, informer for that show. And please make sure you tell her how much you like Last Jedi.
Prepare to fight her if you do.
and get kicked out of the con.
You know what would be great right here in this scene is if they put sunglasses on Stinky and he was like Carlos from The Hangover.
There you go. Would not make it any better.
Or if he died and they just drug him around anyway, like Weekend at Skippy.
Oh yeah, that might be fun. In a morbid type of way. Why is he sick?
He's air sick.
He's sky sick.
Basic. Oh yeah, now they're firing on you.
We're so glad you met this group too, Hunter. And as mentioned, we are going to be in your backyard next year. So hopefully you'll be joining us on some, if not all, the shenanigans. We're going to have some great shenanigans in your area. However, you might want to get down to LA. I'm just throwing that out there.
There it is. That's the updated version. Doing some crazy maneuvers and some weird ships.
Yes.
You saw Stinky doing like the Grogu when he went upside down. We just need him to spit up the blue macarons.
No stinky puke, please.
Ooh, big explosions. Oh, bye. You're done. Oh,
Ooh,
clone carnage.
Whoops.
Hey, Joe Skywalker aboard.
Yeah,
Hashtag another happy landing.
Hashtag let's try spinning. That's a good trick. Oh, he did that earlier. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was doing that going through the ships earlier.
Did anybody see the Anakin and Dooku Funko from GameStop that they announced today?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I thought it was before today. Was it yesterday? Huh? See, look at the lighting on the sabers. This is like the precursor to the Kenobi duel.
Yeah.
They've really got the lighting with the red and the blue sabers on their faces. No, Jason, no one comes to Detroit for shenanigans because shenanigans will get you killed in Detroit. Breathing will get you killed in Detroit. Maybe we should have found some medical supplies like sooner. Like,
yeah,
Acta is magic. Maybe we should have just squirted him with some of that crap.
Let's check the ship's medical supplies. Or weren't they in a base a minute ago?
They were.
Probably had a infirmary of some sort.
Whoa. Oh, broke the sabers.
Not broke if they're still working. Just not connected anymore. She just put them together a minute ago, too. Well, they're not.
Oh, that's cool.
What's that?
Woo.
Tricky. Tricky.
Was that her Fitbit?
Apple Watch. Oh, look.
No, it was a magic band.
It's an emergency medical hologram.
There you go.
Oh, isn't that like that Robert, what's his name, who is the holographic doctor?
Robert Picardo.
Yeah.
I swore I'd never use one of these things, but here, what? Distract them. No.
Borg implants can cause irritation. Would you like an anesthesia cream?
Yeah. Would you like an analgesic cream? Oh,
Trying to roofie him.
he just has gas.
There you go. That's why you call him Stinky. That's some nasty whatever he put out there. You'd think all that flipping and spinning that Anakin was doing would have released that gas.
Beat up old spice freighter. It sounds like space freighter, but it's just spice.
Huh.
Yeah.
That accent's a little thick. Them Kaminoans gave.
I never understood that ship. I always felt like it was going to be, tilted a little bit more because of the weight.
None of those ships make any sense whatsoever in actual physics.
Well, at least the Jedi Starfighter version that he was in earlier looks a lot like a paper airplane.
It's kind of like more like a fighting wing, a flying wing or something. It does have that kind of body lift, but home where there's sand and I hate it.
Like a bantha.
They were riding them like banthas.
Okay, again, really, George Lucas, no business designing women's clothing because Ventress, for no reason in a child's cartoon, has the boob window in her outfit. No reason.
TNA all the way.
It's like, yes, let's just, put her in like a Power Girl outfit or something.
I think she would have put her robe back on. I guess she didn't have it anymore, maybe. I don't know.
The all-powerful Jabba wants to know why the Jedi will return. Because he's holding a thermal detonator.
Hmm.
There you go. Anakin knew that Hutt had his daughter in change. Think the baby Hutt would be flying in space?
Yes, like frozen Yondu.
That's why they didn't like them.
See?
Oh,
Yes.
that's not the good one. You need to show the video. The
You
video.
need to get the no sign, take out the ghost in the middle, and put Stinky in there.
Yes.
Stink busters.
Yeah, if they had if you could put multiple overlays up, you could put Stinky up with a no Stinky sign. There we go. Give it that Fonzie technical tap, and you're good to go.
What's your vector, Victor?
Roger.
Over, Unger.
I was over Unger and you were underdone.
That's it. See, their whole facial structure is much stiffer than it obviously became.
Possibly.
See the way their mouths move, it's a lot more limited to what ultimately 7th season was able to do. Just glad we never saw that stupid little Hutt again. Well, that droid's tripping. It's like the Scream murderer guy. Well, the baby. Yeah, we're getting shot at. Aren't those Dooku's guard droids?
Kind of reminds me also of the droid that the Grievous droid.
I mean,
that,
Grievous guard droids, yeah.
Well, the one that attacked Mando in the mines of Mandalore.
Oh, Oh, that was a very
Oh yeah, kind of.
yeah. It was very Grievous-esque. But we have like those guards that had those staffs that could fight a saber.
Right.
Kind of look like that a little bit without the cloak.
That's kind of cool. You had Nepalese food. How are you, Juan?
I'm hungry now.
Maybe, yeah.
We ordered Thai tonight.
Yeah.
I don't see no Stinky.
So full he can't even type. That's good.
Are they flying half a ship?
Yeah, now it's on fire. Oh, here comes those
There
Jawas.
went some Jawas.
Those were some clunky ass Jawas.
Those Jawas just those are like Lego Jawas, and they got smooshed.
Yeah, they're not charging extra for cleaning. Jabba looks like he's made out of wood. Like he's got a weird grain going on.
Your stomach's on fire. Drink some milk.
Got to know how to handle your Nepalese food. Nepalese food, not nap.
Hey, Peter.
Here. The other Peter. The Peter that won a T-shirt on Rebels
Yeah.
Revisited.
Blue milk? Yeah, I think that will work.
Unless you get it on Batu. They got imposter blue milk there. You got to go straight to the source like Luke did. Oh, that's green milk. Never mind. Well, him, Garuda.
There were two that are active within the group.
At least.
Yes. Was this Cat Tabor?
I'm 99% sure it's not Natalie. So,
Right.
Even though some of the other characters were voiced by their original actors. Far too dangerous. He's just looking out for you. So what do you think of this movie so far, Spencer?
Quite honest, it's a lot better than I expected it to be. Maybe I came with low expectations. I mean, I think the same thing about the original Justice League movies. I came in with low expectations and I actually left entertained. So,
yeah, well, like I said, a lot of my issues are with the quality of the animation overall. I mean, like Dave said, it was groundbreaking. It was great. It was amazing at the time, but they could have finished a few things more. But they also learned a lot and progressed a lot over the seasons of the show. So.
Right.
Houdini. Them Jawas is sneaky. Where's Mike? Is he in the chat? He can decipher some of that Arabesh on the fly for us.
Hey, the nodes are out.
Are they working the street corner? What were they doing? Busking? This character, this is the one that Mark loves. I do not love. I don't like the fact that they made Hutts talk in non-Huttese. I do like that IG droid, though. That's pretty crazy. But I guess that's been explained in other things where, like, Yoda and Yaddle don't talk the same because they could be from different regions, places, whatever. Yoda talks like his master, maybe. Who knows?
I like the IG droids. Without the cool graphics, I mean the black light paint and everything of that nature, it kind of reminds me of the horror house that Andor goes to in the first scene of Andor.
It's very seedy, that's for sure. It's got that kind of like a strip club vibe with the Twi'leks dancing behind what's his face? Look at right there.
It also kind of reminds me of the cyberpunk with the glow paint that they had in Batman Forever when Dick Grayson decides to go joyriding into the city with the Batmobile and runs into TLC in the streets. He ain't the Bat.
Oh yeah, I just went randomly into.
Uh-oh. I don't know if we saw those creatures doing that before. We've seen them just like out on the sand, not like growing.
Bantha skeletons.
That's way bigger than a bantha. That's almost mythosaur size. It's definitely not a crate dragon. But those horns are, it'd be like a mammoth bantha or something.
Yeah. There's so much we can't talk about here, like sand. It's like, ooh.
Yes, they're just merciless. R2.
That's like a line that Savage Owen would say.
Like you did this, like you did that. Booyah. Oh no.
I didn't like that cloak anyway.
She's got another neckerchief thing going on already, so she doesn't need so many layers.
Well, yeah, she's always, fashion first.
Oh yeah. Dooku's got a giant head, but I think part of it is beard.
Extreme prejudice, aggressive negotiations.
Whoops. Ooh, zappity doodah. Where'd she pull that from? Why didn't she have that to fight the droid in the elevator? Or before that?
He's like pretending he doesn't know who that is.
Hmm.
Bad guys always have a dungeon. Good guys don't usually have a dungeon. They all have like the same little platform. She has like her little purple padded platform, like.
Yeah, that's a
Yes,
stamp.
there
Oh,
you
gee.
go. Yes, Zero is Jabba's uncle.
And he said he referenced Jabba as his nephew. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good guys use a dungeon as storage. It's like with that whole scenario that we were talking about season 3 Mandalorian of how the Mind Flayer, that's what they called the Imperial version, and they said, no, it's just it's a little procedure, but it's the same thing.
Well, it's like when you in the Mandalorian, when you realize we might be the bad guys. We have baby-sized handcuffs. We have what? There's baby handcuffs. That gives me all like Lion King vibes. I want to go, it's the king, baba,
Mhm.
baby handcuffer.
baby handcuff. I like that. Oh,
See, then
what's
of course
that?
they put down
Oh, that's nothing.
her stuff over there.
Don't touch the things that's beeping. Uh-oh.
Don't
Hi,
turn
3PO. Wait. What gave you the first clue?
Ka-chunk. That was a
Thank
collectible.
you.
Now, with a lot of the other characters, they made it their own in the Clone Wars. I think they made Padme look relatively like Natalie.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are much more stylized than others, and stylized in different ways.
You took my arm.
Mhm.
So is this what he meant when he said that his powers had doubled since the last time he met Count?
You've come a long way.
I don't know. He looks like he's doing a crap ton better now.
Say hi to your mom for me. Ooh, Jawas pop up and go, ooh.
See, there's a force power we hadn't seen before. It's like, oh, let's make a dust storm.
I hate sand, but
that's
I'll
why
use
we
it
hate
against
sand.
you. He was cutting that sand with a saber. Nope. Well, sand took him out. That's why he hates it so much right there. No, he hated it already.
Oh,
Ooh. Where's his other saber? Oh no, he only has one. That's right. Ooh,
Dude, that was my backpack. I just picked it up at Champs Sporting Goods.
it had a baby Hutt in it.
Ooh, you got a sweet potato.
Melaroon fruit or whatever they're called. Melurun, run. Whatever they make that juice out of. That battle was pretty good. Most of the saber battles have been quality.
well, yeah, it did look, and it was
That's crazy.
very like reminiscent of the very early version of the Kenobi mall battle on Tatooine.
Yeah. They definitely learned from that or from this to when by the time they got to that point.
Well, yeah, Hunter, that makes a whole lot of sense to have the Jedi to be able to influence the natural world around you. They've got, the elemental and nature Savi's hill.
Saber style, yep. Design style. That's yeah. Well, that's kind of something that like Gungi.
Yeah, and we've seen him kind of have, talk to the trees and stuff and influence
So
the
that's where
nature
the
there.
the wooden and bone and stone and whatever those elements come into play as opposed
So
to
that's my biggest
metal.
problem with that hilt is that the wood looks too like plastic.
Yeah, the leather looks pretty good.
Mm.
The Rancor tooth disappoints me a bit because if you drop that thing, that Rancor tooth is not going to sustain a blunt force hit too well because it's a plastic shell. So they learned something when they made some of the newer pommels that they were selling separately that were like supposed to look like they're carved out of something. A lot of them are softer, kind of rubberier type of material, so they don't necessarily, shatter on impact.
Mm.
But they're still kind of weird. And then they put typos all over those. That's one.
How great would it be if you had Corbin Dallas's cab?
The cab drive, yeah, just if
Yeah,
they
that's something I wouldn't
to Zero's palette, like get casino with multipath.
Right.
There you go. I wouldn't put it past the animators to throw something like that though in the background because they do all that kind of weird stuff.
But which was first? Was this first? Was this before that?
Yeah, I think this was before.
Oh, yep. Unnecessarily combat roll.
It looked cool though.
Superhero landing.
Oh.
Points for form. Ooh, kick that droid. Blow his head off. You're always too late, C-3PO.
Mm-hmm.
Never trust family. Oh wait. Only trust.
Sliced in half. She's like not playing around. Anakin, drop. No, wait.
Directed by George Lucas.
Exactly.
Zip.
This is the way.
Hey, he was on one of them
I am not
fancy
giving you my
speeders that those mods were riding.
look. Oh, look, it's like, isn't that the species of
Yeah, like Vane.
pirate right there? Like
Yeah, it's a Weequay.
The variation of a Weequay. There's a bunch of different versions of Weekways, aren't there?
Okay, Stinkteenies. Is that a new swear word?
Stinkteeny.
Bye-bye.
Zip.
Like she went from like basic Padawan to kick ass, like from 0 to 60, just done.
Mm-hmm. She's holding up against those particular guard droids much better than others have.
Okay, here's the thing. I have a lightsaber to your gullet, but my daughter's gonna kill you in 15 years.
So I got that going for me.
Yeah, right.
You little punk ass.
No.
Jabba no Bada.
Oh, yay. Still ticked off at you.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's one or the other.
There you go, Uncle. Oh, that's not Uncle Zero. And look at the expression on Anakin's face. It's like, ooh.
Padme, I missed you.
Not happy with you.
Take care, Pete.
Nope, time to go. See you later.
The design on the protocol droid that's right there is very reminiscent of Chris's traffic droid. If you remember, he brought the head out.
It does. It's just got that chevron on its face thing.
Right.
It's like a weird mustache.
Yeah.
Like a Sam Elliott mustache.
No, not quite. Although it's just kind of like a big bushy mustache that grew up over his nose.
Look at this. Look at this drama. Look at that. It's like, oh, like, yeah, we're keeping this low key, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Bob's your uncle. No.
Stinky's telling Jabba right now, like, they're getting it on.
Yeah, I don't know, Hunter. I don't know who's Stinky's mama. Or do we know if Hutts even like require another one to?
No clue.
Who knows? I don't want to think about it.
I'm sure that's someone someone has written that down, but I don't know it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
If you guys want to knock yourself out.
Da, 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 da. Swelling music, not the mama. Yes, there you go. Stinky looks like the baby from Dinosaurs.
Yep, and there it is. Directed by Dave Filoni. I won't hold it against them, but anyway.
Well, I actually found that quite enjoyable. Honestly, I went with low expectations, and I was entertained.
Like I said, it's fun. It's a fun watch once in a while. It's not like one of the OT movies that you can watch over and over and over again and never get tired of.
I could see watching it in, concert with a handful of other episodes from the first season, especially. But now that I've watched it again, I think I might go and revisit that first season. But why are they pushing the final season at me on Disney Plus?
No, they're pushing me. I think they're pushing season 1 because they got that Yoda episode that where he's negotiating or whatever the first time.
The graphic for the one they were pushing at me said the final season on it. So
Peter says he saw it in the cinema with an audience of just him.
Yeah, I don't think there was
a comment of.
That's the best right there.
Could you put Mark's comment from 1138 up, please?
Absolutely. See it just to see how far we've come.
Brilliant. So thank you all for joining us tonight. As mentioned, we will be watching several episodes of the Clone Wars next week on Virtual Cantina Watch-Along, which will be a lot of fun, a lot of great stuff. Dave, what do we have to look forward to this coming weekend on the VCN?
VCN this weekend is an episode of Jedi Archives is on Sunday. They're going to be discussing Star Wars, The High Republic, The Blade. I think it's issue 4 that they'll be talking about. So they're not quite ready to get into Summer of Snips. They got some things they got to finish up with The High Republic. But tune in for that and see what's got going there in the Star Wars comic book land. But rest assured, they will be crossing over with Summer of Snips later in the summertime.
Excellent day. So, Jeff, what was your thoughts at watching it again?
There's still parts that I am disappointed in, but of course, like Dave said, it was groundbreaking at the time. It's evolved quite a bit. So it's a pointless story as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if this helps any situation between Jedi and Hutt specifically in the long run. Anyways, the whole burping at the end thing with the cloud of nasty that just sold me less on the character.
More. Yes, I get you.
He should have farted,
Yeah. Mark just mentioned Rebels Revisited on Monday is Siege of Lothal Part 2.
Yes, sir.
Dave, what was your thoughts on the episode?
Like I said, it's fun. Jeff makes a really good point. Does it make a hill of beans a difference? A lot of the Clone Wars episodes that came after this, the TV show itself, really, it's Easter eggs and stuff that are reappearing now in live action that Dave has used. Other than the creation and the what we see, the first appearance of Ahsoka, does this matter?
If Stinky appears in live action, I'm going to be very upset.
If Stinky appears in live action, we riot.
Yes. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I had low expectations, but it's a great way to start and to see where we're going to be going and see where we are. Especially,
technically.
But next week, the girls are covering Padme, so tune in for that. It'll be a great episode. Looking forward to that. But also, don't forget, you can order your Pride Virtual Cantina t-shirts on our TeePublic store, as well as some amazing graphics right over there at teepublic.com/user/virtual-cantina. There's sales all the time, so take a look. Also, we got our incredible baseball jerseys that are on sale right now until the end of July, $150. You can get both of them, or you can get one for $8. So make sure you take a look at that.
Adult and youth sizes.
Yes, adult and youth. And also, if you're having a little bit of a financial crisis, we're working with a company called Afterpay, which you can do a payment plan to pay for your jerseys, which is a great feature. But other than that, everything else sounds great. Very, very excited about what's going on with the VCN. And hope you guys have a great weekend. If you want to see The Flash, keep the spoilers to yourself. So I'm also going to go see it this weekend. And read some reports and pictures of cons. But from Dave and Jeff, this is Spencer saying, may the force be with you.
This is the way.